Joining me today is Pat Whitney, who's a director at the Turning Points Network. So, Pat, thanks for joining us.
Oh, I'm happy to be here.
My first question really is to understand sort of the mission of Turning Points. And can I use that as a shorthand for Turning Points Network?
Sure, you can.
Or do I need to do the whole thing?
No, that's fine, Turning
Okay.
Points.
So what's the mission?
Well, the mission is to stop and prevent violence in all forms, and to provide the resources to survivors of violence, domestic violence, sexual assault, sexual harassment, and stalking, and to create the kind of community that is supportive of survivors and understands what this is.
And how long has the organization been in service?
About 38 years. We have served all the towns in Sullivan County.
And where are you located? Where's the headquarters?
We're on School Street in Claremont and in Newport on Summer Street.
And I just some of the basic little facts. Anybody can access this through the web as well?
Yes, we have a website with all the information on it.
So tell me about, what's driving, what are the programs that really drive your ability to combat domestic violence?
Well, we have a 16-bed shelter, emergency shelter for people who are leaving a very bad situation. We have peer counseling. We have advocacy, help going through the legal and the police systems and the social systems. And we also have a large school program where we bring individual programs to K through 12 students all over Sullivan County. And those programs talk about anti-bullying, healthy relationships, what constitutes dating violence, those kinds of classes geared to children of all ages.
So there's a lot of work on the preventative side is what I'm hearing, and then a lot of work on the when things went
Direct
the way they
services.
shouldn't have gone.
Yes, exactly.
How do you view, how do you view the preventative work that you do?
Well, it's really, really important to try and stop the cycle of violence before it even begins. So that's what this is aimed at. And there's a new program that's just starting this year called Coaching Boys into Men. And someone once said to me, the safest thing for your daughter is to be respected by men. And I think that's true. And this Coaching Boys into Men teaches young boys that respect is really important and that it's manly.
And when do you start? At what age does this programming need to start?
Well, it starts in kindergarten with a program called Hands Are Not for Hitting. And it works its way up as age appropriate.
And do you work with the public schools to put this in?
Absolutely.
Do you work in after-school programs? How does that work?
The program, people go into the classrooms. They have an appointed time, and they go into the classrooms and present to various age groups. And
are most schools welcome to this?
Yes, I think they are. So,
across Sullivan County, are you finding most schools are receptive?
I'm not sure how many schools the program has been in, but I know it's been in Newport and Claremont and several other towns as well.
And I'm just curious, is the program sort of based off national standards? And this preventative.
I'm sure the programs do come from national sources, and they may be tweaked for local.
So it's a combination of best practices and then what works in the local communities.
Exactly.
How long have you been doing these anti-bullying and safe behaviors programs?
For years. Probably from the very beginning, because this is where it all begins, on the playgrounds and, between children.
I want to turn, I got about 45 seconds left, so we can almost start this conversation. But the other side, I'm interested in sort of the advocacy work that you do.
Well, it's very daunting to go through the court system and to prosecute someone for something they've done to you. And so we go with people to court, we help them with the paperwork, we help them in their approach to this and try to give them confidence.
Okay, and we're really getting close to out of time in this segment.